Hey, happy Valentine's Day, everyone. Welcome to your February 2025 astrological forecast. Two planets turn direct, thankfully, this month. Okay, Jupiter turns direct on the 4th in Gemini, and on the 23rd, Mars in Cancer turns direct. Okay, the month starts off, of course, with the Sun in Aquarius up until the 18th when it moves into Pisces. Also, though, on the 4th, Venus moves into Aries and is there the whole month. Okay, leaving Pisces. First 3 days, it's still in Pisces. On the 12th, there's a full moon in Leo. On the 14th, Mercury enters Pisces. Okay, and then again on the 18th, the Sun enters Pisces. And on the 27th, there's a new moon in Pisces. Okay. A special shout out and thank you to my subscribers. Thank you for commenting and sharing and liking my videos. If you're new to my channel and you like this video, be sure to subscribe and check out the links below in the description box. There is one to my website, but it is easier to just email me at the address below to ask me whatever it is you would like to know. Okay, and also don't forget to check out my weekly forecasts, which are now daily shorts. Now for your forecast. Hi, Cancer. The big news for you this month is Mars in your sign, okay, turns direct on the 23rd, and it will be moving into Leo again. It's been going back and forth between your sign and Leo. So, if you feel like really antsy and, very energetic, that's what Mars does. You hopefully have listened to my past videos on Mars, when Mars entered Cancer. Okay, it does give you an awful lot of energy to go after what is personally important to you, things that matter to you. It is the ego planet, okay, but a lot of times it's necessary to have this transit every so often. Okay, it's your time to put things the way you want them to be. Okay, who cares what everybody else wants, right? It's one of those kind of transits where people could be seeing you as a little aggressive, or not backing down or whatever. But what you're doing is you're just standing up for yourself, or you're not letting things happen the way maybe someone else wants them to happen. That's what Mars is for. It's to make corrections in your life and how you would want things to be, or whatever. A lot of times when you do things, people undo them. Okay, so now it's time to put them back where they were. If like if you have felt like you were, especially physically, energetically, wanting to move and do stuff, and that's why. Okay, when this planet was retrograde, all it does is give you the opportunity to review all your progress, or change your mind about something or other. And now that it's direct, you can make that decision, or just continue forward the way you were. So it's good. It's good for you to have this planet in your sign. Okay. So anyways, though, the Sun is in Aquarius up until the 18th and your 8th house, where you have the sign of Aquarius. Mercury is here up until the 14th, and Pluto is here now for about 20 years. Okay, in your 8th house of other people's money and resources. Okay. Pluto and Mars both govern Scorpio, and Scorpio is the natural ruler of the 8th house, which means both Pluto and Mars are also at home in this 8th house. So having Pluto here, you hear so much about the phoenix rising from the ashes, the death and rebirth or whatever. It is a psychic house, I would have to say there. You'll notice a lot going on possibly sooner or later in that area. But with the Sun here and Mercury here, it does you know, give you the, and especially with Mars in your first house, to change something. You're ending something and you're beginning something new. As far as your personal life goes, it could even be some kind of relationship that you have with somebody. Okay, now 8th house it's a partner house. It is a money house, but it's jointly held property. Okay, jointly held, possibly credit cards or bank accounts or something like that. So it could be something, you know, where if you do have a relationship like that, that maybe you want your own accounts. You know, maybe you could still have one jointly with somebody, but you want your own now. Same thing with savings account, checking account, credit cards, all that stuff. You know, it's like you own this, I own that. You know, and we own this or that together. But it seems like, you know, you want things to be separate now, which is probably a very good thing. Okay. This, though, being a money house, is passive money. Okay, this is money through means other than earning it, such as prize money. Okay, winning. And I do have to mention, there is a full moon in Leo on the 12th. Okay, where you have Leo in your chart as your second house, also a money house. Okay, this is earned income. This is how you earn your money and your possessions, whatever. But it's directly across from this 8th house. So around that full moon of the 12th could come some kind of action, you know, with money, period, in your earned income or your jointly held property, or just money, period. You know, if there is money coming to you, okay, 8th house being money from a legal settlement, an insurance payout, a refund of some kind. It's tax season in America, and the IRS, you know, is starting to send out refunds. Could be something like that, you know. Could be anything. It's also the house of legacies and inheritances. So over the time period that Pluto is in your 8th house, you could be inheriting, you know, whatever, something. But so if you were waiting on money, or waiting for news, let's say, even, or some kind of movement to be made within your bank account, or if you have direct deposit, something or other, it might happen around that full moon. And if you do have jointly held property with someone else, it could be around that full moon, the time that you separate that, or discuss who owes what and who owns what, and blah, blah, blah. Okay? Now, let's see here. Venus is in Aries, okay, from the 4th on in your 10th house. That's where you have Aries. 10th house being your most public house. How you're known for your livelihood, by reputation, okay, your professional life, also your public persona. And if you've listened to any of my videos in the past, you may remember that I always say, when Venus is in your first house, your own sign, or your 10th house, milk it for all you can, okay, because you can do no wrong. So at this time, the public views you as very, very appealing. And it's usually your physical appearance, you know, but, you know, people will notice just, you know, how beautiful or how handsome you are, or the way you dress, your style, or your hair, or something or other. But then they'll get to your personality sooner or later, you know, your whole persona, the whole package. But at first, though, it will be physical. Okay, so this also being the house of, like, rubbing elbows with like your higher-ups or superiors, or even celebrity type people. So it's a time to get in good with even the boss. You know, you may notice that the boss pays more attention to you at this time. Doesn't necessarily mean they got the hots for you, but then again, they could make a pass at you. You never know. But people are very well receiving you right now, no matter what their status is to yours. Okay. So then, okay, On the 14th, Mercury moves into Pisces. On the 18th, the Sun moves into Pisces. And then the 27th, there's a new moon in Pisces in your 9th house, okay, of legal matters, long-distance travel and communications, foreign countries, people, languages, spirituality, and your philosophy on life, religious beliefs, higher learning, many, many things. Okay, Saturn and Neptune have been here for a while. They will briefly move into Aries, I believe, starting in April, and then they'll move back into Pisces to finish up their transit there. And then, like, next year, they're going to move into Aries, okay? So 9th house, you know, having these planets here has probably changed your outlook, especially on your religious beliefs or however you were raised from like childhood, you know, whatever you were brought up with, whatever religion or non-religion even, or a philosophy that's been passed down to you but through your parents or relatives or something or other, or something you've always been taught, kind of like went out the window. You know, you as you grow as an adult, you learn that like people's opinions are theirs, not necessarily yours. Okay, so your outlook has probably changed in this area, you know. And I believe that's what Saturn here was trying to do. Having Neptune here, it does bring out the guru in you, and also even seeking out a guru to just philosophy, spiritual beliefs, stuff like that. Okay, so then when Saturn came along, it helps to put you, put all of these beliefs into practice, more or less. Okay, I have mentioned, though, in the past that a lot of times when traveling, especially long distance, and especially if you're going to another country, that you should always make sure that you're aware of the customs there, that you don't inadvertently offend someone, or the laws even, that you don't break the law in some way or other because you didn't know, you didn't, whatever, you know. So it's a good idea when you are traveling to anytime it's a good idea to do that, but especially when Saturn is here and along with Neptune. Okay, so you also may have always wanted to travel someplace, wanted to see, it was like your dream trip of a lifetime, and then get there and find out you were like, so what? This is it, you know. You weren't impressed. Okay, so it could be something like that. But with the Sun and Mercury here right now, you could be traveling. Okay, and it could be something that was already planned. It's not like real impromptu, and you know it. Whoops. Hope I didn't move that too far. If I'm off camera, oh well. Anyways. So just, you know, keep in mind, like you would normally anyways, to make sure that your reservations are the same, that your flight or train or however you're traveling is on time, or nothing has changed, or that you have everything that you need. You know, you have to check and double check and whatever a bunch of times with these planets in the 9th house. Okay, so this is just like one of those times. If you are traveling, would be possibly starting around that new moon. Or if you're not traveling, you could just have a lot more communications at this time with people who live at a distance, possibly in another country, and that this could be on social media. It doesn't necessarily have to be by phone or Skype or whatever, okay? But a lot more contact with people at this time. This is also the house of media and publishing. It's an internet house, okay? So if you have a website or a podcast of some kind, you know, if I would think that you would have developed one by now with these planets here, okay, in this 9th house. But if you haven't, now's the time to start. Even though they're going to be leaving sooner or later, at least you're starting while these planets are here, okay? And a new moon is a good time to introduce anything to the world, to the internet, through the internet, okay? So, I think that's about it. Okay, so the best time to do something Each month is when the moon is in your own sign, and the moon is in Cancer on the 8th, 9th, and 10th. The best time to lay low is when the moon is in your opposite sign, and your opposite sign is Capricorn. And those dates are the 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. The best time for romance, recreation, creativity, fun, gambling or speculation, and anything to do with children is the 4th, 5th, 18th, 19th, and 20th. The best time for money is the 10th, 11th, 12th, 25th, and 26th. The best time for your career is the 2nd and 3rd. And the best time for communication and travel is the 1st, 13th, 14th, 15th, 27th, and 28th. So I hope you enjoyed your forecast for February. Be sure to check out my weekly forecasts, which are now daily shorts. See ya!